Welcome to another holistic aqua farm video. We're doing something a little different today. Today we're going on a road trip. We're gonna visit Sean's Rabbitry and Aquaponic produced in Waller Field, and we're gonna be discussing the current situation with feed and the difficulties farmers are facing given the current climate. So come, let's take a drive. Keep watching. So we're going for a little drive. So I'll see you across there.
Sean's Rabbitry and Aquaponic produce.
Anissa from Holistic Aqua Farm.
And John Dell as well from Holistic Aqua Farm.
Right, guys, today we're discussing the current feed shortage in Trinidad and Tobago, some of the reasons for that and things that can be done. So that's livestock feed, of course. Now we are rabbit farmers, so we're going to be more specific to information that pertain to rabbits. But the feed shortage, however, affects all livestock farmers across the country.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so I mean, I am from the Waterfield area. You guys are from Motura. Have you all experienced any shortage of concentrate feeds?
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's a countrywide shortage, honestly. It doesn't matter where you go. It's the same story you're gonna hear.
Alright, so I've been hearing that from a lot of farmers. People have been calling me to ask where they could get feed to buy, which depots have feed, but there isn't any. As it is right now, we've had to settle for whatever is available.
Yeah.
So we have a situation now where people are using all-purpose feed. They're using pig grower.
I saw somebody was using chicken finisher.
Someone questioned about chicken finisher, which I don't recommend.
I don't recommend it either.
Right? But it's a desperate situation where people have animals on their hand and you have no choice but to feed them. Right, so we have to definitely look at some alternatives or at a more consistent feed supply.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
How about forages? If you have plenty bush and them kind of thing.
Well, right, that's something we're looking at definitely. But I think that Anissa have a different view where forages are concerned. Right.
It's not totally different, right? I mean, the thing is, we all know the benefits of using forages. I mean, I did a video on it already, right? It is a healthier lifestyle for the rabbit, but one of the downsides to feeding forages, you have to have a lot of land space. I mean, Sean, look at the number of rabbits you have. You could never tell me you're going to grow forages to feed all of them for the next month.
Yeah, it would be difficult.
I have a lot less than you, right? I mean, I could manage only with the forages I have, but I don't see it as being sustainable unless you have land. I mean, acres of land to go just for forages for rabbits. Unless you have that, it will never be sustainable.
Right, definitely. And you also have to look at the fact that even though you're feeding forages, I mean, in what quantity are you going to feed to get the same type of growth that you would normally get using the concentrate?
That is true.
Feeds.
That's true. And then, I mean, you bear in mind too, when you're feeding, each forage has different nutrients makeup. So, you know, are you really going to sit down and look at the nutrient makeup for trichotera, nutrient makeup for kudzu, for azola, for duckweed, for whatever it is you're using, and formulate how much of that dried matter you're going to give to each rabbit based on the weight of the rabbit I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna do it because
That's something really tedious.
yeah, that's too much work. That's too much work.
I can guarantee you I won't do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I guess in Shawnee have enough rabbits to feed us rabbits,
Right.
to keep them sustained.
Now, that in itself is creates a business opportunity for someone out there. Because if someone has the land space to grow enough forages and in enough quantity and variety, and they can then pelletize that feed, that forage, they can supply other farmers with it at a reasonable price and make a profit.
I actually think that'd be a real good idea if you can find somebody to do it. But
So
I feel since I don't have a farm, I would do it.
yeah, I
There you
mean,
go.
definitely. So you see, we have a budding entrepreneur on our hands, right? Definitely, you have our support 100%.
for sure.
Right, and as better yet that it's local, I will support local. Right? But apart from that, what about the labor side? What do you think?
Boy, the most expensive part of anything you want to do is always labor. To pay somebody to go and pick feed for you, the quantity, especially you, Sean, the quantity of feed, the quantity of forage that you're gonna have to cut to the feed. Even if you do it yourself, you still have to pay yourself to do it. It's still gonna be my labor is expensive, so it's gonna be expensive. It's expensive.
What's your average rate per
I
hour?
can't give you that.
Can't give you that. Alright.
I'll tell you that right now.
So, John, then what do you think? If you want to get into rabbit farming right now, and I say to you, well, you have to be prepared to cut a lot of forage because that is where we stand right now because we don't have feed in the country. What you would say to me?
Well, first I would come and I would ask if I could borrow some of your land to get to cut the forages because I don't have.
You don't have land.
I don't have
so
that.
you see, we come back to the square one again,
Yes.
right? But I mean, now we always look at this forage thing from the standpoint where we have to cut and carry labor. What about mechanizing? What if we had machinery?
Yeah, that's always good. If you have something to just run, clear a piece of land, harvest it, bring it back.
Yeah, because I mean, if farmers decide to pool the resources, meaning the land resource, let's say between three of us, each of us have 5 acres that we could allot to forage. Combined, that's 15 acres of forage. So if we have the machinery to cut 15 acres of forage and pelletize it, it becomes a more viable option.
Good, definitely.
Obviously, you have to look at the capital expenditure now to acquire the machinery, right? But since we're talking about forage, I mean, we would have covered this already in one of my earlier videos on feeding rabbits, and you would have covered it as well in your video on forages, right? But we're looking at local against foreign. What do you think are the possibilities of importing feed into the country, a ready-made feed, rather than having to process it or anything, just bring bags of feed and supply the farmers?
My honest opinion, I always prefer things local. I mean, it's not that we don't have the know-how, it's not that we can't get the facilities to make proper feed. It's always, it comes down to a matter of dollars and cents. It's always going to be what works out cheaper for the manufacturer to process, regardless of what we think. So to import a finished feed, I don't find it to be feasible.
Okay. But what if we could import a better quality feed and be able to resell it at a better price than what we get in locally? Would you support that feed?
Well, if it's better quality and it's not gonna cost me an arm and a leg to buy it, absolutely.
Definitely, because I would support it as well, because as much as we want to say buy local, we have to put the local producers in a position where they're going to say, hey, we need to up our game.
The competition.
You don't want them to get too comfortable.
They're not comfortable already.
They're already comfortable. We're at a point right now where, well, based on the discussions we've had on our rabbit farmers chat group, it's been years that farmers have been complaining about the quality of feed that we're receiving and the effects that it's having on our rabbits. So we're in a position where you're buying a concentrate feed and you still have to supplement their diet with so many other things for it to work properly.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So that says something about the quality of the feed that we're getting locally. Right? If you want to bring in a container of feed or two that you can resell at a reasonable price.
That is the important point.
Okay? It can't cost an arm and a leg. It can't be more expensive than what you're already getting unless it's of a far superior quality. And when I say quality, I'm not talking about ingredients on a label. I'm talking about
the actual
the
thing.
end product.
The end product.
What is it going to result in?
I wouldn't mind paying more for a feed if you can justify it by saying that I'm getting 2 weeks cut off of my growth time.
Listen to me, improvement for me is getting a month cut off of my growth time.
Right?
I mean, when you come and tell me I could slaughter 1 month earlier, I jump for joy. I'll hug you and kiss you and give me hand you my money on top of that.
Right, so I'm not going to be saying that. But just to touch on it, what are some of the forages that easy to grow that people could have in their backyard to supplement their feed?
For sure, trichotero, you know, you plant a stick on the ground, you get through. Kudzu easy because you don't have to grow it because it does grow wild, so you can get it for free.
Right. Now, kudzu is Kudzu.
Yeah. Something I'm looking into right now is using Azula. Azula multiplies very quickly and you don't need a large amount of space to grow it because of how rapidly it grows.
Tell me a little bit, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about Azula. I've been hearing buzz recently on the chat groups where people have been touting it as one of the best things to grow to supplement your livestock feed, but I don't really know much about Azula. So what type of plant? Is it a plant? Is it a tree? What is it?
No, it's a plant. It's a water plant. So it grows in the water. So sometimes if you pass by a pond and you see some green stuff floating on the water.
Lilies then?
Yeah, on a smaller scale.
Okay.
Right? It's much like
about a 10-cent piece.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Thanks for the imagery.
Right? Context.
There you go. But has high protein concentration, a high fiber concentration, and because it multiplies, let's say it's around 30% per day. Wow. So if you harvest to feed your rabbits and you have, say, I have mine around 255 grams at the moment, right?
Okay, so some investment is needed. You need containers.
Yeah, I mean if you have a pond, you could, and you don't mind losing any fish in the pond. You could use it because I have a pond, but I can't put it in a pond because they grow so densely that they will deprive the fish of oxygen if you just leave them to grow. Right?
Okay.
So you can dig a pond, you can use artificial containers as well too on thing. The thing is, it is not difficult to grow. You just have to learn because what I did, I killed it by giving it, apparently I gave it too much manual. I didn't know that was a thing. And it started turning brown.
Murder. That's planticide.
Right? So I basically had to start from scratch with the Azula.
Okay. Right, so John, what grasses you are growing in your area?
The grass that it is only trimmed down.
Okay.
Nothing
for livestock feeding. So you have a tough one. You have to buy whatever feed you can get on the market.
Yeah. I have no choice right now.
No choice. Yeah. Alright. Well, I mean, obviously we have all the other grasses like elephant grass,
paragrass,
we have paragrass, bullgrass, pangola, you know,
moringa,
moringa,
banana,
banana leaves, dried and the green.
Yeah, we had the daisy, we had the really daisy.
Yes.
We have plenty, you know. We have plenty.
Yeah. So, I mean, but guys,
mulberries is a nice one too.
Yeah, I heard. So we talked today a lot about the situation in Trinidad and Tobago with the feed shortages that we are experiencing, and this is actually for the second time inside of a year. That we've had this issue.
Yeah. I'm not really surprised, to be honest.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, just given the current climate we're in, I pretty much expect this is the way things are going to be until things settle properly. That and people's greed. Hey, what happened?
I think somebody hoarding some stuff somewhere.
A little too much.
Yeah, I genuinely believe that. You know, I'm only like, what do you think now?
Yeah.
Right? What do you think now? We get some feed now. We need some feed, okay? Right? So, I mean, we've spoken a lot about the feed shortage and, well, the obvious alternative, which is the feeding of forages and the adds and disadvantages of that, you know. So, guys, we're going to leave it there for today, but leave us a comment in the section below. Let us know what you think about this present situation. What are the causes you believe, and let us know, give us some ideas how you think we can alleviate this problem going forward in the future. And I'm definitely going to be coming up to Matura to do a part 2.
And you'll see how short it is to feed my rabbits. You'll see the time. See the time.
I don't like that. You know?